Hello guys, this is Terry from Geeky Gaming TV coming back at you with another Yokai Watch ShadowSide review. Today's episode is Dreaming Hina Poncho, or Yume Miru Hina Poncho. And I want to, before I get fully started here, I have just a generalized announcement. Figured doing it at the beginning, more people will hear. Next week, I have a college course over the weekend that I'm taking, so chances are my episode review might be a bit late. It might be Sunday evening, because the class is both Saturday and Sunday from about 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., as well as that next Friday and Thursday from 4 to 6, so I wouldn't have had any time during that period to really do the review. I'm not even going to stream on Saturday because of needing to be rested for the class. With that announcement out of the way, I want to thank Curtis King for sending me the YouTube link to the episode. Still have to wait for the Daily Motion to actually update so I can get some accurate screenshots, but this will be all like behind us once this episode review is actually up. I just wanted to get background information while I was thinking about it and it was fresh in my mind. And this episode opens up like any other episode. We get our crime scene-ish situation where a older brother was looking for his younger brother. And I believe in the context, the younger brother is about 6 or 7. Yeah, I think it said 7 years old. And they were at this amusement park, or this UNG. And he was searching for him because he had ran off or gone missing. And his brother is holding a balloon while talking to Hina Poncho. And when the older brother looks, there is no Hina Poncho. So after they leave the amusement park, the younger brother is still acting like a baby or like an infant. So that is our episode setup. And basically from like where the episode actually starts, Keisuke comes into the room showing off a cute little keychain or a charm from that same amusement park, which is the Hina Family Amusement Park, or the Hina Family Land Amusement Park. And while they're kind of saying, oh, the keychain is like cute, or Natsume said something akin to that, they begin to look on the computer and they find this older brother's plea and what he wrote about the amusement park. So they go and meet him. He gives them the down low, basically the background information of the situation about the amusement park. So they decide they must investigate it and get to the bottom of it. They want to get to the very, very bottom of things in regards to this. So they go to the amusement park. Natsume kind of goes all like kawaii because of the merch, but the cute mascot character, they're like looking in a little bin of the little doll mascots, and she has the best face of amusement, or the best facial reaction. The guys are like, okay, let's go look. Upon getting ready to go look, they start to notice that different families are missing their children, and they're looking for their children. So our detective team splits up. Akinori goes one way, Toma goes one way, Natsume goes another, and Keisuke goes off on his own, which is a bad thing, because you don't leave Keisuke alone. Poor little Keisuke is a flower that must be protected. I do digress. Natsume should have initially just gone with her brother, because everyone loves Keisuke. He is the unofficial mascot for ShadowSide, so he should be protected. But no, they send the kid off alone to his fate, knowing that children are being targeted. And he's even hesitant to leave. So Hana Poncho appears and approaches Keisuke and is trying to get him to take the balloon, and he's trying to resist, but the yokai magic is a bit too strong for him. Natsume sees this as she's coming towards him. Natsume tries to save him, but they're both taken to the Hana Poncho dimension. I guess it's the Poncho dimension. I do digress. Keisuke is acting like a small child, and Natsume is trying to get a grasp of the situation while doing the sisterly thing that she always does, which is like taking care of him. And then Hana Poncho prepares to charge at her, but then our heroes of the episode, Whisper, Michi, and Jitan, appear, and they get ready to take on Hana Poncho. And it doesn't go nearly as well as what we were expected, because Hana Poncho transforms into something akin to a Hina Doll. And basically, I'll get into the lore about the Hina Doll thing, or what a Hina Doll is, here in a moment or so. We're going to finish this little section up, and then I'll dive into the lore. And basically the Hina Doll, like yokai ShadowSide form, charges, and she completely owns Whisper, Jitan, and Michi. Level 5, please let them do something useful. All three of them need to be viable. They have to do something good. Jibanyan can't carry all of the weight, but Jibanyan actually doesn't, because today's protector is Jinta. Both Lightside Jinta and Shadowside Jinta make a debut here. The Tsukumo tribe is really showing that it's one of the stronger tribes. Right now it's the inanimate object tribe, which this new yokai falls under. So Jinta Lightside starts doing like a little fist attack, where he's like throwing like mirage punches. But Natsume's like, no, you really should be in your ShadowSide form to fight this person. Maybe even punch the walls a little bit, because we're kind of trapped in here. You could kind of free us. So Jinta begins attacking. Hana Poncho does a needle-like attack with her hair, which kind of stuns Jinta a little bit. But Jinta's still punching, Jinta's still doing shoulder bashes. And Hana Poncho begins to realize that Jinta is bringing down her mirage, her trap here. So she begins to get a little hysterical to a certain degree. So with that in mind, the illusion begins to fade. The children that were trapped there with Keisuke and Natsume begin to slowly revert back to who they actually are. And they're all like, where are we? What is this place? So we get a quick transition of our threat yokai here, the Hana Poncho, becoming her true form, which is a little Hina Doll. Okay, now it's time for Hina Doll lore. Hina Matsuri, also known as Doll's Day or Girl's Day, is a very special day in Japan. It's celebrated every year on March 3rd. And basically, it's kind of like a coming of age to a certain degree. It's like one of the top 5 seasonal festivals. And there are both male and female dolls. I mean, there's also a boys' day, which is kind of similar to it, but minus the dolls. But basically, this entire festival and everything is in regards to folklore, mythology, and in regards to the dolls themselves. I'm trying to find a little bit of additional lore here, because I've read about Hina Matsuri, or the Hina Festival, before, but there's more to it. It's like a really layered festival that connects with Girls' Day, and Girls' Day and Boys' Day both connect with Children's Day, and I know it was set up by the Emperor and Empress, but I don't know what period it actually started in. But basically, there's like fresh mochi made during this festival, and I believe primarily it's like peach flavored mochi. I'm not entirely 100% sure here, like the time period. I know it's the Heian period, but I'm not sure if it's like from the 1800s to the 1200s. But I know it continued in the Edo period as well, and that things kind of just transformed and kept really going and developing. But that's just kind of the lore behind this Hina doll, or Hana doll in this case, because they're using the flower pun here, because Hana's flower, Hana, it's also nose, but that has nothing to do with the Hana flower thing. But as things go on, we get a sad little tragic backstory of what happened to our little Hina doll friend, of her kind of being discarded by a couple of girls who just were... I mean, the volume for the video that I watched was a little iffy. I think that's mainly because the earbuds I were using were not exactly good. They're starting to die. But basically the context was that they were too old for dolls and didn't want this Hina doll around, so that they just kind of tossed it to the side. The Hina doll then goes to this UNG, or amusement park, then becomes Hanabancho, and Hanabancho's eye popped off and then scared the children. So Natsume and Keisuke and the gang leave for now, but Jinta stays there with Hanabancho for a little while, trying to comfort her. Natsume finds an actual Hanabancho doll while in her room, takes it back to the amusement park, and then they basically save Hanabancho and revive the amusement park mascot. Zudomaru is there, Suzaku is there, Pakun is there. Gotta love Pakun, the little plant. It's so great. But as things basically go by, it's basically a big comeback for Hanabancho. And we also get a Hime scene, because Hime is obviously there. She's like, Pshaw, I'm gonna be in every episode, dude, because I'm gonna haunt you for saying Hime, or Akinori X Hime would ever be a thing. So we get a scene of Hime, Shunin Doji, Haruya, and my boy Doketsu, who is nearly at the point of saying, I've had enough of this stuff. Like, he's rather, like, his look is rather annoyed, rather contextualized, to the point where he's like, I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why I'm still kind of following Shunin Doji to a certain degree. You can kind of see it in his facial expression. Like, he didn't really say much, but you can tell from the facial expressions, from like how his interaction is with them, that he's he's more or less looking at the thing with full suspicion and tinted lens, basically saying, this isn't exactly good, this isn't exactly what I want, this isn't exactly what should be going on. You can see that from like how his eyes are looking at them. It's kind of like I'm seeing through the situation to a certain degree. He's like, I know Shuden Doji is completely clouded. His mind's like completely gone because he has his teammate. So, with that being said, this video should at least have like 20 pictures, because I'm going to try to wait to upload it until another carrier that doesn't have a super kawaii girl blocking half the screen uploads it. But I want to thank Curtis King again for supplying me with the video so I could do the audio part of the review. Otherwise, the review would not be started as of yet. So thank you guys for continuing to support me by viewing this. I do appreciate your love and your support. Like always, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to like the video if you like the video. Yet again, if you're new, please feel free to subscribe if you want to subscribe, and follow up with all of the reviews. I'm normally relatively on time, either sometime mid-Saturday or mid to late Sunday at the latest, depending upon if anything's going on. Like always, guys, thank you. Bye for now.